and welcome back to Lynx River Talk.
Yeah, how's it going? We have an amazing episode today because we have an interview.
Mm-hmm. So we decided to interview the amazing team members from the North of 60 Facebook fan group.
Yeah.
So we did the creator, of course, C.W. Roberts. You guys may also know him as Tom. And one of the leading admins, Shirley Hamilton, which you guys may now know her as Shirley Craig since her horrible Facebook hack.
Yeah, so it was pretty exciting to get to talk to both of them. Shirley was able to join us by phone. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's get into it. It was a really great interview.
Okay.
It is.
So I guess what gave you the idea to start the Facebook group?
Well, for me, it was back when Facebook was first out for university students, and you can only be a university student to get on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was probably back in 2007-ish, I think. And I was just a big fan of it back then and wanted to find other fans, and started the Facebook group. And it was actually my friend Dave, who's listed as an administrator but has been off Facebook for 10 years, was also the other one who started the group too back then.
Oh, wow.
Right, well, you got to give them some credit then.
It's definitely grown since then. I mean, you guys just added your 10,000th member yesterday, right?
Well, we'll be adding them today after this.
Well, that's exciting, though.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a big group.
So, when did you get involved, Shirley?
Well, actually, Tom had founded the group in February of 2007, and I have joined May 4th that year.
Oh.
So I've been here going on 14 years.
Wow, you're a veteran.
Yeah, a long time. But I've enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, well, that's great.
What was I going to say now? I forgot. Sorry. What exactly drew you to the show? If that makes sense. Am I phrasing that right?
For myself, my mom and I used to watch it. So I'm Indigenous. From my family's from Fort William First Nation up right next to Thunder Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched over and over with my mom growing up, and I remember, taping on VHS, and we'd watch it, before bedtime every night when I was younger, and it was our favorite show, and it still is. So I watched it with my mom back then, and all the time now. So when we get the chance, we always talk about it. We just love the characters. So I think for me, it's just the Indigenous aspect really drew me to it, and it's there's relatable things for being an Indigenous person. And it's just such a great show. Like, the actors are amazing. It's an incredible show. Been a huge fan since I discovered it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are addicted to it. What about you, Shirley? When did you start watching it? Was it from the beginning?
Yes, it was 1992. I used to watch it with my parents at the time, and like Tom said, it's just something you get addicted to, and I acquired quite a passion for it. So that's why I was lucky when I found Tom's group. At the time when I joined, we had about 500 members. And then when it came back to television in February of 2018, we had almost 5,000. And it's amazing now it's up to 10,000.
Yeah, that was only a few years ago. Wow.
It's a big boost.
It's amazing, yes.
Oh yeah, who was the first cast member to join?
When I joined in May of that year, there was Michelle Thrush and Lori Wood and one other one.
Wow, so you guys already had cast members right off the bat. That's amazing.
But I know when I first had a cast member join my list, it was Lori Wood and Tim Weber, and that was way back in about 2012.
Wow.
So,
yeah, so you've been talking to them for a while. It must be pretty exciting.
Shirley's kind of the encyclopedia on all these things. Whenever I don't know something, I ask Shirley.
I have a giant folder here, and I write everything in it, and many times I open it up and look for the correct answer so that I make sure, well, Tom too, but we make sure that what is posted in the group is, is the truth.
Yeah.
And we try to get the dates accurate. And there's the odd time we made a couple mistakes, but most of the time we're right.
Yeah, we definitely know that we've probably made some mistakes in our little broadcast, but we expect people to correct us. That's all right.
Well, we don't mind it.
Well, we've also got to point out some interesting things too
Yeah,
that
true.
some people have missed in episodes. So it's interesting. Have you got to meet any of the cast members?
I've met two. One was Dakota House, but he wouldn't have known because he was doing something on my at Fort William on the reserve, but I just went down to check it out. The other time was Tina Louise Bomberry.
Wow.
She's like my
I
favorite.
was working for the friendship centers in Ontario, the Indigenous friendship centers, and met
Yes,
Tina.
I have a picture of that, Tom. You with Tina.
That's right.
Yeah, I think
I
you posted it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
great
was
picture.
through that a couple of times, so that was nice, and we chatted, and she knew I was a big fan of the show.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, what do you do for a living now?
Myself, I'm a social worker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great. So how long have you done that?
Well, I've been a social worker for, I guess, getting up to 10 years.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm just a homebody. I am on a disability pension, so I'm not able to work. But
Oh, that's too bad.
I have a big house and a big yard, so that keeps me busy.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, at least
Well, the
you
group's
have
a
some time
full-time job
yourself.
in itself.
Yeah.
Yes, Shirley, you've been doing great. Always up to date on posting all the birthday posts and everything.
Oh, I'm sure I've missed some of them, but not everybody is personal,
Yeah, especially when you have some of those people, personal ones. Those you think about more often because you got contact with them. So sometimes.
Yes,
But
that's
yeah.
right.
But you're still doing great. I've seen it. You barely ever miss a day.
Well, it's a passion with me, and I just love it, and I like to see all the new members and hear what they have to say, and I think it's amazing all the new posts that we've had lately. It kind of gives me a little break. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but it's nice to see how everybody's taking such a big part of it, and there's so many younger members that have joined since North of 60 came back in 2018. And they seem to really know their stuff, and it's great to see them all, hear from them, yes.
Yeah, with this much support, you almost think there's got to be some kind of a spin-off show at some point.
Well, they were talking about it, but it ended up not happening.
No, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I've heard that from a couple producers, so that's why I say no, but then, I...
Fingers crossed.
You still want to get people's hopes up, right?
Right.
Well, the set's still there. You never know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. And like you say, you went to see it, right?
Yeah, I went out about a month and a half ago, checked it out. It's really a beautiful spot. It's different when you see it in person and on TV because you have all these ideas of what you see on TV. And, we're, God, how many years since the show's ended now? It's changed quite a bit from...
97, I think.
Almost 25 years, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Well, it's 24 this year, I should know.
Well, I think also that's why it has never come out on DVD years ago, because the format of the show is old, and it would cost way too much to get everything up to date.
Yeah.
That's what Entertainment One had told me one time when a friend, Andy McKinnon, he's in the group too. He and I were trying to see about getting that out on CD, but after about 2.5, 3 years, we just kind kind of give up, and they entertainment one had called me and said it's not going to happen because it's just too expensive.
Yeah. You just have to wait for the Golo family to bootleg it.
Well, who doesn't have a Golo bootleg copy of the show somewhere?
They sure made it interesting.
Well, it's been great talking to you two. We don't really get the chance to talk to too many people who are, the founders of these groups too often. This is a really cool group that you two have founded together, kind of. I mean, obviously, Tom, you were in the beginning, but then Shirley has kind of taken over some of the reins as admin. But yeah, it's been great to meet you both.
Well, it's
My
nice that you're
mom's
having
on there
this
too.
with us, and there's so much more a person could talk about, if we had the time.
Yeah, well, we don't want to take up your whole day.
No, I know, and I probably would.
Well, we're going to be happy to add our 10,000th member today, and it's a great group. Everyone's really great. We're really happy when people follow the rules and post really great content, because I think it's a good community. And Shirley's been integral in that. In the group going, so it's been a pleasure to know her, and it's our first time talking. And really happy to hear your voice, Shirley.
Yeah, same here.
Well, congratulations again, and as far as I know, you guys can watch out for our next interview is going to be with Buffalo Child.
Oh, good.
Cool.
So at the end of the month, so Andre Lebret.
Yeah, and hopefully the next time we get together, there'll be like 20,000 members.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm hoping being here in Alberta when COVID finishes that we can do some sort of meetup at the site.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that'd be
actually though, that's funny because we're actually planning a trip next year. We're going across Canada, but we're planning to go to specifically the set as well.
Well,
Let's hope those vaccines do their job.
Well, hit me up when you guys are out here.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe we can organize a meetup with some casts.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you again.
Let's do this again. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
you're welcome. I just want to say one other thing, and
Okay.
that is a special thank you to ATPM for allowing us to watch our favorite show on TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
and APTN Lumi for now having it available all the time.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, good point. We forgot to mention that. All right, well, thanks a lot and take care. Nice talking to you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
You both too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye,
Bye.
Tom.